Really good to be with you. So as we jump in, continue our series, Chasing What Matters, so I want you to think about this. Have you ever had one of those moments where you look around and think, why me? Like, how did I get here? Like, maybe it was an amazing opportunity. Like, I recently, a couple weeks ago, me and my family had the opportunity to fly all the way to Singapore and to go and visit my wife's family out there for the first time, my kids the first time. And when they told us, hey, y'all want to come to Singapore, I was like, hard pass, way too expensive. And they were like, hey, we'll help you out. We'll make it work for you. And so it was one of those opportunities where I was like, oh man, this is going to be amazing. We're going to go all the way to Asia, like see the world. My kids will see their culture, get to meet family members. It's going to be awesome. It's only a 19-hour flight. I mean, it's not a big deal at all, right? Longest flight in the world, by the way. So awesome opportunity, or maybe it's not something amazing. Maybe it's something that was been really difficult. Like maybe it's something that you didn't feel like you were ready for. So I moved from, this is years ago, like decades ago, I moved from Kentucky to Georgia. I was going to be a church planning resident at a church. And they said, when you get here, you got to find a full-time job and also work at our church on top of it. So you're going to work 40 hours and then 20 hours on top. We're going to see how you handle pressure, the load, everything. So I was like, all right, I'm here for it. Let's go. So I go down. I meet this guy. He's a Christian. He's an owner of a car wash. And he goes, all right, here's the deal. You come in, you work hard, and I'll move you up if you make it. And I was like, all right, let's go. So day one, I get in there, and it's the biggest car wash in the area in central Georgia. And it was the craziest thing because here's the way it rolled, okay? It was not just an express, but a full service. It was both. And so you go through the express part, and there's nobody sitting in the car, okay? And so when the car goes through, somebody has to pick it up. And I was like, okay. And then it started to click, like, what if you're not there? The car just keeps going. Like, no joke. And so you have to go park the car, run back, and by the way, there's water everywhere. You got slippery shoes on, but the cars just keep coming. They would do 40 to 50 cars an hour. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to make this job. And so I'm like getting stressed out. And if you have the long part, because it's so full, you've got to run. I mean, it's a solid 20 yards, like full sprint. You're sliding, jumping in the car to drive it. I mean, it's crazy. It was one of those experiences where I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but God showed up and provided. And so, man, it's one of those questions where I say, how did I end up here? And here's the thing, when it comes to our faith, I mean, I think we have this low level, like, question in the background, like, am I enough? Am I enough? Am I going to be enough to be a follower of Jesus? Am I going to be enough to whatever God's calling me to be? Because what we think in our mind is this, like, God's called the special ones, the elite ones, the spiritual ones, right? The anointed ones, the people who have a perfect life, the people who have it all together. Those are the people that God's working in and through. Right? Not me. Not them. It's the special ones, right? Like we think that way. And honestly, if I was talking in a conversation at a table with you, you would probably say to me, like, I hear all this Jesus stuff, but here's the reality. I'm just trying to make it through life. Like I'm just trying to manage my kids, right? I'm trying to gather them around and get them together. I'm just trying to pass a class. I'm just trying to keep my job. I'm trying to make a friend here and there. I'm not here for this grandiose mission in my life. Like, I'm just trying to make sure my life doesn't fall apart. Anybody resonate? Anybody feel that sometimes? Some of you students in your schools, like you're jumping in a new year, and you're in the summer, and you're like, I'm resting. You're stressed about what's to come. Like, you're just trying to get through it. There's this low-level question of, like, am I enough? And when it comes to God, it's like, man, am I enough? What does it look like? But what we see in the scriptures over and over in Jesus' life and his teaching, here's the big idea. Jesus invites ordinary people into an extraordinary mission. He does it again and again and again. And we're going to see it in the text today. Like, he doesn't pick the perfect person. He doesn't pick the person who has it all together. He picks everyday people like you and me who have struggles, real life, the everyday kind of crazy. And he says, I'm calling you. Follow me. Trust in me. I've got this mission. I've got this process. I got this whole thing for you. It's going to be incredible. You just have to follow. You just have to trust. You just have to come. You just have to be present. You just have to be available. Are you? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. And so that's where we're headed today. We're going to see God give these men really a purpose, power, and a message, and it's going to change the world, which is crazy. And so let's jump in. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 1, and he says these words, summoning his 12 disciples, he gave them authority over unclean spirits to drive them out and heal every disease and sickness. That's a flex, right? Like, that's legit. Like, what is he saying? I'm giving you authority to cast out unclean spirits and to heal every disease and sickness. That's a great resume, right? Like, that's awesome. And so, like, I look at that and I go, man, how does that translate today? Like, obviously God he's giving authority like a cop does with his badge. Like, he walks around, he has authority when he shows up with that badge. It's not really the cop, it's the role that he plays. It's even the team that he has authority to step in and do certain things. God's saying, hey, I'm giving you authority. Go, do these things. I'm giving you the power, right? I think we just went on a men's trip. And the theme of the men's trip was, it starts with you. Guys who were there? It starts with you. There you go. So that was terrible. It's okay though. Man, it was awesome. We were in Helen, Georgia, and the theme was, it starts with you. And the idea is, man, like, your walk, your faith, you're pursuing Jesus, it's not based on somebody else. Like, you can't look to somebody else and go, walk this for me. It starts with you. And so I told all the 29 guys that are in the room, hey, listen, we're in a room with 29 guys. What if you took your faith seriously? What if right now, right in this moment, in your life, in your season, in your story, what if it started right now and you took Jesus for real? And you said, I'm going to follow him, I'm going to pursue him. What could happen? Because that's exactly what happens in this text. 12 guys get together and he says, it starts with you. Go. I've given you authority. Let's go. And so we ended the third night at men's trip. By the way, if you didn't go, you need to be there next guy. If you're a guy in the room, it was amazing. It was awesome. I can tell you all the fun things that we did. But the third night, we looked at Matthew 28. And it was the same idea. Jesus, literally, think about this. Here's the context. Jesus, the Messiah, this king, this rabbi, the disciples have been pursuing, following with their life, leaving families to follow. He dies. And they're like, well, let's scatter. I'm going to go back to fishing. I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing because he's not the real thing. We thought he was. He did some incredible stuff. We don't know. We're bewildered. We're feeling a little crazy. We're just going to go back to what we were doing. Jesus dies, and what happens? He rises from the dead. They hear about it. They see him. And what does he do? He shows up, literally resurrection power, and says to these disciples these words. All authority, same word, in heaven and on earth has been given to me, therefore go. Go and make disciples, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I've commanded you. And what does he end with? Lo, I, Jesus, the one who just rose from the dead, who has all authority, all power, heaven and earth, I am with you till the end, until I come back. So what is he saying? He's saying, hey guys, here's the deal. I just rose from the dead. I'm legit. I'm the real thing. I have all authority. I'm giving you this word by my authority, by my power, by my resurrection power. Go. Make disciples. And guess what? Whatever you face, whatever problem you have, whatever situation you're in, whatever kind of crazy you face, I am with you. Get going. Trust. Follow. Go. Make disciples. That was the picture. It's the same idea here. He's giving them authority. And that's for all of us. Go. Make disciples. It starts with you in this room, right? Let's keep going. These are the names of the 12 apostles. First, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, John, his brother, Philip, and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector, James, the son of Alphaeus and Thaddeus, Simon the zealot, and Judas Iscariot. who was also betrayed by him. Right? Who also betrayed him. So Jesus takes 12 ordinary guys, fisherman, tax collector, a zealot, who may, I don't know in the studies, may have been an assassin, crazy, ordinary, broken, sinful individuals. And he says, hey, I'm calling you out of darkness, and I want you to go and heal people. I want you to go and speak truth. I want you to go and cast out unclean spirits. I've given you the authority to bring the kingdom, to bring my presence, my rule, my reign. And this isn't just about them. It's a model. Like I said, Matthew 28, he calls all of us to go, to make disciples. Jesus invites ordinary people into an extraordinary mission. That's the picture. I mean, I think of, I told you all this before, got saved, didn't know what I was doing, gathered it was 10 other guys, and we went to my house every week, and we read the word, we prayed, we confessed sin, and we asked God to do something. We didn't know what we were doing. It was the blind leading the blind. I was 15 years old. I was just starting to read a book, and it was called the Bible, and I didn't know what it meant. All I knew was Jesus was real. Let's go. And so we started seeing people get saved. We saw people get discipled. We saw our student ministry start to blow up. God started to move in a bunch of misfits. I was a drug addict, 15 years old, selling drugs, doing whatever I want, going crazy. Jesus showed up and said, I'm going to change your life. Let's go. Let's go. And we did. And God moved. That's the picture. Ordinary people into an extraordinary mission. Let's keep going. Verse 5. So Jesus sent out these 12, and he gave them some instructions. So these are going to be, they're going to feel like very specific to them. And it's going to seem like, what does this have to do with us? Some of it does have principles for you, and some of it's just for them, and that's okay, right? So let's take a look. He gives them these instructions. Don't take the road that leads to the Gentiles, and don't enter any Samaritan town. Instead, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. What's interesting is Jesus has already reached out to the Gentiles. He's healed, he's saved, he's moved, he's cast out demons in other Gentile territory. So non-Jews, people who are unclean in a Jew's eye, who are far from God from a Jewish perspective. He's already done that. So what is he doing? There's some debate here. I think it's pretty simple. He's saying, from my perspective, all he's saying is, hey, let's start working with the people among us. Let's start talking to people who are close, who we relate to, who we understand, who are in the same circles, who fall around the same kind of fields as us. Let's go and start there. It's not, we're never going to go to the Gentiles. It's not that we aren't going to reach the world, because that was always God's intention. It's right now, let's focus on who's in our circle, who's in our midst, who's in our family, who's among our people. Go. Go do that. Get to work. Right? Reach those who are close, familiar, relatable. Start at home, in your ball fields, among your work, with your friends. Let's go there. I can't tell you how many people I know, when I talk to them about sharing their faith, I love to share my faith. And a lot of people are really uncomfortable starting close. Like their best friend, they come to Christ themselves, and their best friend doesn't know Jesus, and they have this really cool, fun dynamic. They don't want to mess it up. They don't want it to get weird. And so when they start following Jesus, they'll take years before they even broach the subject. I'm like, what are you doing? Jesus changed your life. Talk to your best friend. Don't you want them to have the hope? Don't you want them to know that they're loved and accepted and forgiven and their life can change forever? Yes, they do. But for whatever reason in their mind, they're going, man, I just don't want to be weird. Or maybe you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend and you're like on the cusp of like, I should probably talk to them about Jesus because now I follow Jesus, and then they don't. And then it stacks, and then the emotions come in, and then you're in it a long time, and then you're like, man, I can't break this now. And then all of a sudden you're walking into a marriage, and you haven't even talked about Jesus, and you're like, my gosh, how did I get here, right? Jesus is saying start close. Start with those who you're dating, who you're, friends with, who you're involved with, who are at your job with. Let's start close. Let's be relatable and familiar now and here. That's what he's saying. All right, let's keep going. Verse 7. Or let me ask you this before we move on. Who are you ignoring? Like, who is it? Who are you running from to tell about Jesus, who's close to you. And it makes sense for you to do it, but you haven't. Start there. It's low-hanging fruit. It's easy. Let's go, right? Verse 7, as you go, it's a cool little phrase, as you go, proclaim. The kingdom of heaven has come near. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those with leprosy, drive out demons. Freely you received, freely you give. Interesting phrase, as you go. There's a lot layered in that. As you go about your life, as you do your everyday things, as you walk, as you talk, as you live, as you perform whatever duty is that you have, whatever role it is that you play, whatever sports team you're on, as you go, proclaim, speak what the kingdom of heaven is here. Talk to people about the fact that because you know Jesus, it's different. It's different now. Talk to those who are depressed. Talk to those who are down. Talk to those who are fearful. Talk to those who are anxious. Talk to those around you. Hey, this can change. This is Jesus. He changed my life. He could change yours too. Present the kingdom. Present the rule and the reign of the Father God. That he's a creator. That he created everything. He has better for you. He has a better story and a narrative and a season and all kinds of things for you if you would just trust. Proclaim that. Talk about that. Live that out. So he says, proclaim. But then he says, not just proclaim, heal, raise the dead, cleanse, drive out. Freely you've received, now you give. Now you give, right? It starts with you. I just want you to think about that. It starts with you. What is he saying? Both truth and action. Proclaim and do. Don't just do something, talk about it. Don't just talk about it, do something. Here's a question for you. Where do you lean? If you're a Christian in the room, where do you lean? Are you the person who likes to talk about it all the time? But man, if somebody calls you and says, hey, will you come move my couch? You're like, fly a kite, bro. I'm going to play golf, right? Or whatever it is. Are you that person like, man, I can talk to you about Jesus all day. I can pump you with truth. I will tell you how it is. I will rebuke you, bro. But if you ask me to come and help you out on a Thursday, bro, no way, right? If you want me to come and actually serve, no way, right? Or maybe you're the person who's like, man, I will serve you. I'll give you the shirt off my back. I ain't talking to nobody about Jesus, right? You're crazy. You think I know what to say? I don't know what to say. And man, I get it wrong every time. I've maybe read the Bible, but come on, right? Where do you lean? Where are you at? You a talker? You like to proclaim, but you don't like to do anything? Or do you like to do stuff? And then, man, talking about Jesus evangelism is crazy. What does Jesus say? As you go proclaim, go and do a good work. Go and do a good work. It's both and. Man, I hope he's leaning on you. I hope he's working on you. He's continuing to work on me. I'm thinking about and praying through, man, what does Church of the Commons look like to do good, right? We're proclaiming truth. What does it look like? How do we flesh that out? How do we work that out as a church? Praying through that, thinking through that, right? Where do you lean? Where is the opportunity to do good in circles right now for you? Where is that? All right, let's keep going. Verse 9. This is where it gets interesting, right? You're like, what does he mean? So verse 9, don't acquire gold, silver, or copper for your money belts. Don't take a traveling bag for the road, or an extra shirt, sandals, or a staff, for the worker is worthy of his food. It's interesting. There's probably some context here, all the study that I'm doing. They say that they had traveling preachers, itinerant preachers, traveling prophets, and they would come in and they would basically teach just in order to get gain, in order to get money. And so they would teach, it wouldn't even be truth, it wouldn't even be Jesus, it would just be a message, and you're going to find all this hope and healing in yourself or in the world or in whatever it is. Give me your money now. As a matter of fact, give me a little bit more of your money. As a matter of fact, keep coming, give me all of your money, right? And so there was this message that I think Jesus is pushing back against. And he's saying, hey, all these false teachers and prophets, they're trying to acquire your money just for their own gain, not really to help anybody else out. Don't be that guy. So here's what I'm going to do. I, Jesus, King of the universe, Messiah, the one who's going to save you, go. Don't take any extra. Pack light. Travel light. I'm going to provide for you. You don't have to worry about it. God's going to show up. I'm not even going to tell you how. You just need to go. You just need to trust. Just trust, right? And so that's the message to them. I've got you covered. Trust. So think about it this way. Let's bring it to our context for a moment. Travel light. Travel light. What does that mean? Don't let comfort, control, or consumerism slow your mission. Don't let that get in the way of what God is doing. Don't get so bought in, consumed by all of the world and all the stuff and all the things to where all of a sudden you're pursuing those things instead of the mission of God. To where all of a sudden, instead of thinking about who am I discipling, how can I follow Jesus, how can I be like Jesus, you're just thinking about acquiring and getting more stuff and things and pursuing that with your life. It's the primary, and Jesus is way down here. Discipleship is way down here. I might get there one day, right? Pack light. You don't need to think of it this way too. You don't need to have everything figured out to take a step in your calling. You don't have to have a seminary degree. You don't have to have a perfect life. Jesus says, go and trust. Take a step. Walk in faith. Start talking about it. Start doing good things. I'll provide for you. I know you're scared. I know you're anxious. I know you don't know what's going to happen. Trust. Trust. Right? Trust God in ministry even when your resources feel tight. Don't make, when I have more time, more money, and more confidence, then I'll go, God. Then I'll do what you're calling me to do. Then I'll obey. I'll follow through. No. Just go. Trust God. Go. Verse 11. When you enter any town or village, find out who is worthy, interesting, and stay there until you leave. Greet a household when you enter it, and if the household is worthy, let your peace be on it. But if it's unworthy, let your peace return to you. This feels super foreign maybe to you. In antiquity, like when someone would visit a town or a city or whatever, there was this welcome assumption. They're going to let you in their house. They're going to take care of you. They're going to provide for you. They're going to let you lodge in their home. They're going to feed you. They're going to come alongside you. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to get into your life. That was customary for their time. And so he's saying, hey, listen, if you go and people are like, I hear what you're preaching, I hear what you're bringing, don't come in my house. First of all, customarily, people shouldn't do that. So that was bad for one. But two, they're also rejecting the message. So he's saying, hey, if you find a house that's open to you, go. Be kind. If you find one that's closed off to you, don't go in. Don't force the gospel. Don't push your way through. Right? I think that's what he's trying to say. And it's interesting. He says, let your peace be on it. But if they say no, let your peace return. Really fascinating to me. So just picture this. Okay? They go, they're sharing the message, and if they let them in, they bring the peace of God to that home. It's shalom. It's wholeness. It's life change. So literally, as they go into the house, there's the potential that their entire family could find peace for the first time in their entire life. That's crazy. But he says if they reject you, then what do? You take your peace with you. Think about that for a moment. Think about the last time, if you're a Christian in the room, that you tried to share your faith and somebody rejected you. Maybe they did it in kind of a jerkish kind of way, and you left going, I hate that person. Right? Like, I can't stand them. They're so rude. Now I know why their life is the way it is. And all of a sudden you're slandering, you're gossiping, you're hating, you're leaving. You don't have peace, they don't have peace. You're just like turned up. Like, let's go. I don't like these people, right? You start telling people about like, how about I went and tried to help them out and look at what they did to me, right? All that stuff. No. What does he say? Hey, listen, go offer peace. If they say no, take back your peace. Go in peace. Don't go bitter. Don't go hating. Don't go slandering. Don't go gossiping. Leave going, man, I tried to offer you the gospel. You don't want it? Okay, I'm going to pray for you on the way out. I'm going to be kind on the way out. I'm not going to hate on you on the way out. It's a beautiful message, right? It may even open up opportunities for later. Like, hey, I rejected them, but they were still kind to me. They didn't badmouth me everywhere they go, right? Like, that's a really cool witness there. So look for open doors. Start with people who are already spiritually curious and relationally close. I think this is what Jesus is working with. Ask where's the openness, who's leaning in, who's asking questions. Pour and invest there, right? Tell them about Jesus. Invest deeply in people who are open rather than endlessly chasing those who aren't ready, those who aren't pursuing, those who aren't open, those who aren't considering, right? So from a modern lens, share meals, ask questions, be present, stay long enough to build trust. That's the picture. Verse 14, if anyone does not welcome you, he's continuing this conversation. If anyone does not welcome you or listen to your words, shake the dust off your feet when you leave that house or town. What does that mean? Like, okay, cool. I mean, you're shaking some dust off your feet. It was customary back then. When a devout Jew would go to a Gentile nation that was unclean, unfit for God, unfit for the kingdom, when he left that area, that region, he would shake the dust off of his feet, saying, I've now departed from the unclean area. I'm going back to my homeland, back to where it's clean. Okay? So Jesus takes this, flips it on its head, and now he's used those who reject the message of the kingdom, not just Gentiles. He's saying, man, I'm letting it go. I'm leaving it to God. I'm shaking it off my feet. They are not going to pursue. They're rejecting Jesus. They are unclean in the sight of God. And I'm saying it's okay. It's not about arrogance. It's about release. Like, hey, you're on your own. Not in a hateful way, but like, I've tried, and I'm going to walk on. I'm going to move on. That's the picture that's going on. You're moving on in freedom and in clarity. You're saying, I leave this home, I leave this person, I leave this situation into the hands of God. It's not according to my power or my strength. I don't save people. That's the picture here. So, let's talk about that. What could that mean in our context? Shake the dust. Think of it this way. Don't let rejection define your mission. You ever shared your faith and, man, somebody just full on just throws you out of the bus and is like, man, this person's crazy, weird, whatever, and they treat you bad. Don't let that rejection define your mission. Don't let it get in the way of continuing to pursue. Sometimes, man, it feels like you're sharing. You're going. Everybody's like, no, I'm not coming to your church. I don't want to be a part of your thing. I'm not going to that men's group. I'm not doing that thing. And you're just like, man. Instead, look at it as, I'm just following God, and I'm leaving the results to him. I'm sowing, and he's going to reap when he reaps. I'm going to trust God. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep plowing. I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep living. Right? So if someone's not open to Jesus, don't argue, don't shame, don't ghost them. Be gracious, pray, and keep moving. Take your peace. Keep your peace. Because it's really about following him and not about pleasing others. Right? Stay on mission. Don't let it drag you down. Don't let it define you. Right? So here's the picture. Let's just put it all together. Jesus gathered a group of unqualified, messy, unsure people. He gave them authority, he gave them a mission, and he sent them into the world to bring healing, hope, direction, life, forgiveness, all of that. As they went. But here's the thing. Jesus still works this way. And he's wanting to use you. He's wanting to work in and through you. He still calls us to go. He still calls us to preach, to proclaim, and to do, to act, to be loving, to be kind, to help, and to be there for other people. He invites us to keep moving. He's not waiting for us to be perfect. He's saying, go. Go. I mean, that's the vision at our church, right? That we would help people find and follow Jesus. That's the whole picture. So let me ask you. So let it sit in for a second. If Jesus came to you, like right now, and said, go. Would you be ready? Would you be ready? Because here's the thing. He already has, and you are. He's already called you to go, and you are equipped to go. Because it's his authority. It's his power. Lo, I'm with you till the end of the age. Go. What would it look like? Just hang tight with me. What would it look like, man, if you said, I don't have it figured out. Today, I'm going to go. I don't have all the answers. Today, I'm going to proclaim. I don't know what else I'm going to do, but this week I'm going to do good. I'm going to help somebody out. I don't know how I'm going to find the time. I don't know how I'm going to find the words, but I'm going to go. I'm going to trust, and God's going to provide. What if we all did that as a church? Like, what if we every day got up and said, God, I'm going for you. I'm living for you. Wherever it is, whatever it is, I'm gonna go. If it's inconvenient, if I don't like it, it doesn't matter. I'm going and you provide. What would that look like? Like, what would happen to our air if all of us were on fire with the mission, resurrection power, Jesus, lo, I'm with you, going, getting after it, going to reach people for Jesus? What would that look like? Because that's exactly what Jesus is saying. Hey, listen, don't take a lot, pack light, let's go. We're on a mission. We're not here to build bigger barns. We're not here to pursue our own ends. We're here on a mission for Jesus. Let's go. Let's go. That's what he says. So here's some practical action steps. Because remember, Jesus invites ordinary people into extraordinary mission. First one, ask yourself, where has Jesus already placed me? Where is it? Who is in your class, your friend group, your workplace that's hurting? Right? Who have you never talked to about your faith because it might feel awkward? 2, trust that you have what you need. Jesus gave his followers authority and said, don't overpack. Just go. Just go. I got you. I got you. You don't need a seminary degree, a perfect story. You just need to be available. You just need to be present. You just need to be willing to say, I'll go. Tell me where. Tell me when. I'm looking. I'm waiting. I'm here. Because listen, it starts with you. It's not the person next door. It starts with you. If you're a follower of Jesus, it starts with you. Right? Third, this is the last one. Go as you go. As you go, proclaim, right? This isn't about adding something new to your to-do list. It's about living sent. It's about what Jesus actually intended and created and crafted you to be and do. As a follower of him, that you would go. So open a conversation. Offer a prayer. Serve someone. Serve in this church. Serve with joy. Share your story. Be a part of being sent. He says, man, I've given you what you need. You can trust me. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to provide for you. Go. Go. He's just saying, are you available? Are you willing? Go. Let's pray. Father, I'm so grateful that you've called people like me and like these people in this room to go. God, we're not worthy. We're not better. We're not perfect. We don't have it all figured out. We have so many questions, so many anxieties, so many things going on in our world, but you say, trust me. Just go. Just go. I've got you. Just go. And so, Father, I pray that you would give us everything that we need for today and for tomorrow and the rest of this week and the rest of this year, God. And that we would respond in obedience and go. Because you've called us, because you love us, because you've set us free, God, that we would bring the kingdom to our neighbors, our friends, our family members, and that we would go. And that when people receive it, man, wholeness and blessing, and when people reject it, we take our peace and we keep moving. We don't get overwhelmed by it, but we trust. We trust you, God. God, we love you. We praise you. In Jesus' name, amen.